are in Faster Recording Studios in Cardiff. We bought this place a couple of years ago. It used to be an absolute pit. We worked here a lot over the last probably 8 years, but it's become a deeply significant place to us. It's become a giant garden shed where 40-year-old men retire to be very creative and very happy.
Every track on the new album was recorded here. It's the first time that the whole album's been recorded here, so everything, the strings, the choir, the band, you know, and a lot of the ideas, a lot of the artwork has been filmed here by Nick and tested out on the wall, so everything's been done here.
All the demos, just everything. I did my entire solo album here, forgot about that.
I did some of my solo album here, some of Lifeblood was done here, and all our rehearsals done here, so it really is the HQ.
To feel forgiveness, you gotta forgive. Till you see the stars, so the darkness begin. You fight your war, I fight for my life. You pay our dues and I'll pay mine. It's not war, just the end of love. Just like before, but it's never enough.
Part of the reason why perhaps we still make records that just sound like engaged with the world is because I still think we have a healthy competitive nature within the band. I still think we want to try and please or impress each other with music or lyrics that we've written. And, you know, say for instance on this record, you know, Nick's, you know, written a couple of songs completely on his own, and you just want to make sure that you don't spoil the song.
It's not war, just the end of love.
I still have basically the same feeling. I remember when Nick gave me a lyric for the first time when we were in the 5th form of comprehensive school. I remember he was on the steps of the school, and I remember just having like excitement and fear. I just wanted to see if I could do the lyric justice. And it's still the same feeling, you know, when you've got to write music to a lyric. It's still the same feeling that, again, you feel like there's something quite precious at stake.
To give up, do you have to give up?
I think we're just totally immersed and in love with the initial creative idea. I think it's always the most magical time when, whether it's a lyric, whether it's a title, whether it's a photograph, whether it's just, you know, Sean playing a certain drum pattern, there's always that spark that luckily we've never lost, and that ends up translating itself into something that, you know, either contains our kind of melancholy or our energy, or just our general kind of intellectual drive, or sometimes just something rudimentary and punk.
Just the end of love, just like before, but it's never enough. Oh, it's not war, just the end of love. You weathered the storm, but sheltered the loss. I sheltered the loss, but sheltered the loss.
I've been storing up all these photos for years, and I haven't got the space in my house anymore. It's my extensive collection. So I must admit, that's my idea of enjoyment. Just fiddling around doing this kind of stuff for hours. And then this just used to be like a rat-infested pit, really. So in we go. This is the album board, which we just recorded. All the songs I think down to about there, and then all the extras and the B-sides and all the stuff. It's a kind of Nicky Wire tradition. Richie used to do it. Just ticking them off one by one as we go there. There's a couple of really good B-sides on there. I think in the end 23 there may be another one which we didn't put on there. And a couple ended up on the Japanese album, those two. It was a pretty obvious editing process, so I don't think we disagreed much at all. It's the Stockhausen quote for the album. We are all transistors in the literal sense. Because that's what we wanted to do with this record, really. It's all about communication, and we just felt, the three of us, that was our duty, you know, to get our point across as humanely as we possibly could. And then this is over to James and Sean, really, because, you know, I don't have many basses. Hundreds of guitars, all labelled up. And that's pretty much it.
The sky is falling in on you. Crushed any happiness you knew. That tree gave more to you than love. It's still there, but baby, you're gone. Remember you stretched out in the sun.
I've never left the place. You know, I've gone from my mum and dad's sort of to 5 miles down the valley when I got married, and then 5 miles further down to Newport. Then it's never felt anything, even good or bad. You know, it's like a family relationship, I guess. My relationship with Wales. You know, I love it to bits, but there's always that kind of dichotomy going on. But it always feels comfortable to come home, because I never left it in the first place, and like the rest of the traitors in the band.
Remember you stretched out in the sun.
Myself and Sean here in this is my mum and dad's house, and both did a lot of growing up here, and well, this is where we had our first rehearsal. And God bless the neighbours, because they put up with really, really, really bad nascent sounds of us trying to learn how to play songs.
I knew nothingness, still and lonely, like an old school photograph.
I think we've disillusioned it all. Yeah, in a lot of ways that we thought, well, we were always going to be a massive band anyway. So, you know, for us it was just a long journey, you know, to achieving that. So, I mean, we always thought we'd be playing stadiums or arenas, or the medium-sized venues, as James once famously said. So it was never a question of not, you know, doing it. We were going to do it. It's just a matter of when.
I think that feeling came from naivety and stupidity. We just thought we were going to be massive because we were just deluded. I think we had a vague feeling that we were different to other bands because the Manchester thing was taken off, and we just obviously we weren't from Manchester. We were kind of like, you know, Valley Boys, you know, from Wales, and we really wanted to kind of like infuse our music with politics, and we thought that that's what people wanted. That's how deluded we were. So we just thought we had something different to offer. Though yeah, we always kind of thought we were going to make it because that's why we kept going, to be honest.